Kayla, and I'm going to give you a quick guide on how to film yoga videos. So when you're setting up, it's always a good idea, no matter what, to do a test run. Even if you're familiar with your equipment, sometimes things are glitchy or fail, and it's the worst when you film a whole class and then you realize after that the sound wasn't working, for example. So once you get everything set up and your camera framed, just do a quick 5-second testing video to make sure that your camera's working, your mic is working, and that you're framed in the video the way that you hoped that you would be. And there are lots of really great devices you can use for filming. I'm filming this on my iPhone right now with just a clip-on wireless mic, which I highly recommend as it just improves the sound quality. But you could also film on a tablet or a GoPro or a DSLR camera if you're familiar with how they work. If you are using a wireless mic, try to make it subtle. So it's okay if it's visible in the video. It's just nice if you have the wire sort of tucked in underneath your clothing. So it's not going to be distracting for the person watching your video, but also getting in your way when you're moving about. Whatever equipment you do use, always make sure that it's fully charged and has enough space left on it to film for the length of time that you're intending to film for. Take your time setting up your frame and choosing a location to film that is not distracting. So ideal if you can find a blank wall or a place that has minimal stuff in it. If you do have stuff behind you like I do right now, just make sure that it's tidy. It's going to really improve the appearance and quality of your video and make it so that you are the focus of your video rather than the background. And when you're framing your video, make sure that you are relatively centered in it. So it's always good to do a test of some of the poses that you're planning to teach. I often will simply just stand up and lift my arms over my head. And then I'll go check the camera and see if my whole body is in it. And you might find that your arms are cut off or your head is cut off, so you'll need to just push your camera a bit further away from you and adjust so that you're actually in the frame. As far as the content of what you choose to film, I think it's really important to just film what inspires you and what is familiar to you. So when you're filming, maybe not the best time when you're teaching to try something new, as you would when you're just practicing by yourself. Stick with what you know and what you can speak to and cue effectively. And remember that we all have different ways of doing things, and I think that's the beauty of practicing with different teachers is we learn new ways of experiencing different movements, different poses, different ways of breathing. So just stay true to what you know and trust that you are the expert on your own practice, which is what you're essentially sharing in your videos. And as always, do your best to just speak in your natural speaking voice as though you're having a conversation with someone. I know for me it can be a bit tricky teaching to no one, but if it helps, imagine you are actually teaching to someone, or you're like FaceTiming with a friend and you're teaching them over FaceTime. When you think of an actual person on the receiving end of your camera, I find it can help just create a more sort of natural flow in your teaching and your speaking voice. So imagine it's just like you're teaching a regular class, except this time you're doing the class with everyone. That's all for now. If you have any questions or would like some feedback on your videos, feel free to reach out. I look forward to seeing what you create. Peace.